Hello, welcome back to Anthem, Andari and the Theater of the Mind. Kali ini mau bahas Healing Anthem lagi yang part ke-9 nih kayaknya ya. Bersama seorang model, content creator, dan penyanyi keturunan Jerman. Wow, please welcome Maiya Deviatkova.
Hi.
Maiya, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm
Happy
good.
to see you today.
Yeah, so happy to have you here. Thank you so much for your time. I met Maiya on pandemic when I attended an online event as an MC, and Maiya was there with my brother. So yeah, we smiled to each other, having small talk, and here we are talking about Healing Anthem.
Yeah, thank you so much for inviting me.
Yeah, thank you,
It's so
Maiya.
nice to be here with you.
Yay! And before we talk about healing, can you tell us what you've been up to recently?
Recently, as you already said, I'm a singer, so just released my newest song, Full for Love, last week.
Wow.
So I think it's the biggest project that I have now. And yeah, there is upcoming projects too, but we can share it a bit later.
Wow, congratulations. So
Thank you.
maybe you can share to us about your journey being a model. I read that since you were 15 years old.
Yes.
Wow, that's so young.
It's a very long journey. Now it's already 13 years. And actively, I don't do modeling currently anymore.
Okay.
Because I think it's, everything have the end. And for me, it's already there. But yeah, I started modeling when I was 15. I've been joining a TV reality show. It was a competition.
Okay.
And I was very young. I was so scared, everybody looked so scary for me at that time. And it's there is a lot of audience, it's on the stage. So I was very stressed. And I thought they not gonna choose me. And as a teenager, as a girl, you wanna be beautiful, you wanna win, So, but overall, I did not win the competition. But I gained something more important. So there was a jury who was choosing the, who gonna be the winner. And they scout me for an international model agency.
Wow.
So 2 months later, I signed a contract and I went to work in China.
Okay, so what about your parents? They let you to do this journey? I mean, you went to many countries in the world to do this modeling job.
Now I'm thinking it's for me, back then, 15 years old, alone, completely alone in another country, It's I wasn't speak English at that time. For you to understand how bad the situation.
Okay.
So, but my mom, she was very cold-minded about it. Actually, when I come to her and say, "Mom, there is a thing," so they offer me a model contract, but it's in China.
Okay.
And it's for 3 months.
And she
And
said,
I have to go alone. And my mom was really taking a breath. And she said, I was need to make visa, so I was need the money, And my mom said, okay, I give you money for your visa, you can go. And, for a long time, I thought, why my mom, let me go so easy, because for a parent, it should be, terrifying, right? And when I asked her, I already was, 20 years old, and my mom said, I cannot stop you. It's your future, It's if I stop you at that moment, you would, maybe, hate me or something. So my mom is very brave woman,
Yeah. So brave, because I'm a mom too, and
Right.
I can feel it. It's hard to let our children go at a very young age to travel around the world. So in China for 3 months, and
Yeah.
after that,
I supposed to be there 3 months, and the end of the day, went 4 years.
Okay, 4 years in China.
Yes.
So how did it feel?
It's actually, I love my time in China. Really, I had so much fun. I met so many people with who I'm
Okay.
friends, like till this day. It's like
Okay.
I have like a lot of friends in different countries. Anywhere you go, you already have
Nice.
somebody. But also the main reason why I decided to stay there, first of all, it's good money at the time. And I was like applying for study there. So,
Okay.
it's not only like modeling, but I also think about my future.
Okay. So what did you study there?
I supposed to study a language and supposed to be a translator and have like maybe work for internship, in the future. But unfortunately, after 1 year, there was like some misunderstanding and I went to Malaysia.
Okay, Malaysia to continue your modeling
yeah.
journey.
And after
Okay.
that, I like went back on track with the modeling and I started to travel like nonstop. So after Malaysia, I went to Europe actually. I went
Okay.
like Paris and then Milan. I went to London, Germany. And yeah, I make my round in Europe and I'm like, no, I want to go back to Asia.
Oh, why?
Because
you love Asia more than Europe?
absolutely.
Why?
Like, I don't know, it just like feels so right for me to be here, like the especially if Indonesia, yeah, like I live here a long time,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
6 years.
6 years. Okay.
Yeah, and it's like the mentality of people is very different, is more polite and more kind. And it's like, that's what I like. Because in Europe, people are more strict. They are less friendly, but I understand it's just like different side of the world, But like for me, like living in Asia is more comfortable. Plus the weather is amazing.
You are a tropical girl.
Absolutely.
So what's your hobby?
Nowadays it's like what I do. I'm going to the gym. It's like I think it's like the mainest hobby. It's like because I also have very tough schedule. So mostly it's like hobbies like I do calisthenics. It's like exercise like I don't know, like 3 to 4 times a week if I have a schedule. But also like joining like my friends for activities, like play like tennis from time to time and stuff like that.
Oh, you play tennis too.
I'm horrible at it. I just like wanna sound fancy, I think.
Okay, so is going to gym is part your
routine
and healing moment maybe?
Absolutely, because gym give you this discipline, and it's not only discipline you in matter of like achieve like physical goals. It's also discipline your mind, and it's like I think many people already noticed that before like your like gym session, you feel like a bit like down. You don't really feel like doing it, or like something like mentally disturb you. And me, I'm anxious person. I suffer like from a lot of anxiety. So gym is the perfect fit for me because like it's give me this like I don't know, my hormones jump or like so it makes my mood and it's make my thoughts more structured. So it's like it's easier to move forward like on the day, because like I exercise in the morning.
Okay, it's giving you a moment to be more present when you are at the gym,
Absolutely.
right? So you said that you have anxiety. I mean, when was the first time you realized that, oh my God, this is anxiety? Because sometimes we having a hard time to define or about our mentality.
Absolutely.
And now you know that you have it. So when was the first time? And
I think
what's
I
the
have
story?
anxiety like for a long time. I actually start to feel like those troubles like when I was 14 years old.
So
like
before you
very
start
young.
your
Even
modeling journey. Okay.
Yeah, and actually it's have like the pattern, like when you're looking back, you can see what it was, but at that time I didn't know. So now from this point of view, I already can say and see what it was. So like when I start to experience anxiety, yeah, probably around like age like 14 when I was a teenager at that time. But when I really realized that it's anxiety, it was about like a year ago maybe. That's I really like understood, yes, it is anxiety. It's not something else that I'm suffering, like, like I'm anxious person.
Okay, so can you tell us how did it feel when the anxiety hit,
My anxiety works this way because I know that there is many different types of anxiety, and for each and every one it's different. But in my personal experience of anxiety, it usually starts very small. It can be like somebody said something which is like unusual for like our conversation, for example.
Okay.
And then like this anxious like feeling start to comes up. And it's usually activate my fear.
Okay.
So my fear's also starting to coming at me. So it's becoming a circle. I feel like, everything is done. I cannot like fix, like, for example, if it's about other person, like we cannot be friends anymore or something like this. And it's like really like choking you inside. So usually like what helps me, it's might gonna sound ridiculous for some other people, but for me it works perfectly.
Okay.
I'm starting to walk around my apartment and I'm just like thinking, okay, everything is okay, my apartment is quiet, I have home, I have bed, I can go to the fridge, open my fridge and say I have food there, I'm not dying, everything is okay. So it helps me to reduce the level of anxiety actually.
Oh, that's nice that you can, overcome how to reduce that anxiety. But I think anxiety is very normal.
Absolutely.
Especially when we enter the puberty, right?
Exactly.
So I watched this new movie, Inside Out 2.
Okay.
Yeah, movie about emotions, human emotions. And it's an animation movie, actually. Yeah.
Sounds interesting. I will put it on my list.
Yeah, Inside Out. And this is the second part. So the main character is entering the puberty and she started to feel that anxiety. It's part of emotion other than sadness, joy, anger, and also disgust.
Okay.
Yeah, so the new level of age, puberty, call it puberty, she started to feel like anxiety, embarrassed, and others. So I think it's very, very normal. I think I had it too. So what does heal mean for you?
Heal, actually, you cannot, like, a lot of people think that healing, it's like everything is gonna be like wonderful, there is a rainbow, unicorns, and life is gonna be good for the rest of our days. For me, healing, it's being able to live like day by day with a good state of mind, without any jumping of my emotions, without like suffering with the constant anxiety. That's like, for me, I already think that's healing for me. That's already good enough,
Okay.
Because I'm not a very naive person, and I understand that it's like there is never going to be like 100% good thing.
Yeah.
It's life, we cannot control it, but we can control our emotion and our brain actually if we train it.
Yeah.
So that's also part of healing for me, if you learn how to communicate with your own emotions. So it's like through the day, something unpleasant happened to you, but you already know how to respond. This is also a process of healing for me.
Yeah, take your time for responding it.
Absolutely.
And what do you do to communicate with yourself? Sometimes people have, bad self-talk and so on. And what do you do to keep the communication going in a good way and in a constructive way?
First of all, I have few tips actually.
Oh,
how I do
sure.
that.
Wow. That's nice.
Many people like who close to me, they know. So I'm a person of me time. Like I
Okay.
literally can have me time. We're not talking about hours. It can be days.
Okay.
And for me, if I lose communication with myself, it's very important to have this me time. And during the me time, I need to be completely alone. It can be nice music playing. That's the moment when I start to like really get to the point I can hear myself again. And I just speak to myself. Just like
Okay.
have conversation. Just like for example, divide this like a bad situation like to few parts, and then I'm thinking and analyzing every part of it.
You write it down?
You can write it down. Sometimes I actually have notes on my phone sometimes, because if
Nice.
I
Me
don't
too.
have if I don't have a chance to have like my me time at home, because the schedule, it's not always in our favor, I do this in the car, like on my phone, and I just like thinking of every part, I play it back. And then like if the anxiety hits me, I play like the most safest scenario, so it's also like calming me down, and that's like repair the communication with myself, like the connection that is like I don't lost, it's all good. So it's like it's very important to put your thoughts again like back on track. That's how you like communicate again with yourself.
That's
And
nice.
conversation is like the easiest way to communicate with other people. It's conversation, right? Why don't we do it with ourselves? It's gonna work the same way, I guess.
Yeah. A conversation with yourself, I think that's the key. How to communicate with yourself very carefully, patiently, to get to know what is this feeling that
Exactly.
yeah.
And a lot of people, like what I notice, like I'm looking at other people, talking with my friends. People have one problem. It's like they very harsh to themselves. They punish them if they do something wrong, for example, and they starting to be, like I'm a loser, I did this wrong, I did that wrong.
They label themselves.
Exactly, they put labels. We already have enough labels in this world. Like other people like put labels on us. Let's not do that to ourselves too.
Okay.
You have to speak to yourself very kind. Like how would you speak to your mom or your friend or like somebody that you very love so much? It's like that's the key. If you speak very kindly to yourself, you're not gonna increase your negative feeling also.
Okay, that's so nice. How did you know about this? I mean, you found it yourself, or
Actually, no. I read a lot of literature about like psychology, because for a long time like I suffer like with depression, and I was like looking for any way to help me, really. Like I was feeling like so hopeless and helpless. So I started to read like a lot of like books, and each and every book of it like saying you have to speak yourself kindly. But it's easier said than done, really, because if you already have this pattern like to blame yourself all the time, you cannot like suddenly change and like, don't be so harsh on yourself and stuff like that. But a year ago I started to visit a therapist, like psychologist. I went through the therapy, and the first thing she told me is the same thing. She's like,
Wow.
Maiya, you have to learn how to speak kindly to yourself. You cannot, like, everything is already harsh on you. There is people who harsh on you. Why would you do the same thing to yourself? So like after that it was hard, because it's very difficult to stop like negative like thoughts, but you start to train yourself to like, no, I'm not blaming myself. Yes, it was not in my favor, but it's not the end of the world,
Yeah, it's nice that you know this very beautiful way to overcome your bad feelings through through your findings, right?
Yeah.
And at your 28 years old now, so young.
Coming to 30.
Because I remember when I was your age, it's very turbulent and so hard for me to overcome my own feelings. And it's so nice to hear that at your age, you already found your way to, have a better conversation with yourself. So how's your healing journey so far until today?
I would say, first of all, thank you. If you see me, this person who overcome, I really appreciate that. My journey is to be honest, last year, it's very successful. I feel so much progress. And one thing when you feel it yourself, but the other thing when it's people around you see it also.
Okay.
And I think the thing is that I just released my new single. It already says a lot, because as an artist, if you're depressed, you cannot create.
Yeah.
But, and it's music, it's very important for me. So it's I can say the journey was very tough, really, because sometimes for overcome your own self, you have to go deep into very unpleasant memories or emotions, and it's sometimes it's very hurtful, but it's worth it, because now I have less fear, less anxiety, not completely gone, but it's already good.
Okay.
And I become more patient, I think. It's I'm more calm, I'm less explosive, because it's if you get irritated and suddenly the smallest thing person says something, it's horrible. Uncontrollable. And you spill your anger at other people. That's
outburst.
Exactly.
Okay.
And it's now those things is already gone. So it's in this matter, it's for me, it's amazing. Even a month ago, I speak with my therapist, and I was thank you so much. I think we make progress and everything, because therapists, they never speak of the progress, actually. They don't do that in terms just to don't put any point and then you think, okay, I'm healed, bye-bye,
Okay.
So yeah, because it's a long process. And she said Maiya, usually I don't do that to my clients, but she's I really appreciate the work you did, because me as a therapist, I can see that you're really getting better, and it's meant the world to me, really, because for me, it's very important to have connections to yourself, to have the relationship, because self-worth in our reality, it's everything, especially for women. That's why healing is very important, really.
Yeah, do your self-work to own your self-worth, right?
Absolutely. Agree 100% to that.
So when was the first time, your journey being a singer? So when the first time you realized that, okay, I love to sing, I want to be a singer?
It's a interesting story, actually.
Tell us.
I'm actually, maybe that I'm actually not a singer from the beginning. So when I was young, my cousin, he was playing guitar. He had, he had interest in music.
Okay.
But he's the only one in our family who had the interest.
Oh, okay.
So I was much younger than him. So he always okay, Maiya, I'm gonna play, you sing. I never go vocal coaching or didn't do those classes or anything. But I like it. And I think it's more because I like to spend time with him at that time, And then I start to do a karaoke. I really like it. And more closer to the teens age, I start to write lyrics.
Okay.
Poems, just some lyrics. And I continue through the years. And then me and my cousin, we make like a demo version of Touch.
Okay.
And I like
your first single, Touched.
exactly,
Yeah.
there was just like some basics, like demo version. And I never thought that we actually gonna release this song ever, because I never consider myself as a singer. I don't have like friends who is in music, Then I came to Indonesia and I met Joseph Sariov.
Okay, the producer.
Yeah, my producer Joseph Sariov. and
you told him about your singing journey, her creation,
I didn't
your demo.
plan to. We just like had like a small talk about like music, and then he's like, "Oh, I'm a music producer, And I'm like, I have a demo, but I'm not sure like you're gonna like it, but just like listen, And then like he like text me, I think it's have a potential. But obviously we have to like rework it. We have to like do the proper things and stuff. And I start to sing. And after Touch release, it was quite successful for a newcomer. And I really found like my passion there, actually. I started to do like a vocal classes and write more music.
Wow. You love that journey about
it.
vocal class and
Absolutely.
so on.
It's actually also one of, you can consider it as a hobby actually also. Because from the beginning when I started to do it, I didn't do it like because I'm a singer. I just like it. I love my vocal coach. He's a great guy. And it's also give me this sense of like healing maybe in the way, because vocal, it's not like you sing, you actually scream like through the classes. So it's like a therapy itself,
Okay.
So yeah, I love the feeling afterwards. And now, it's like it's became really my thing. It's something that I love and something that I do.
And when did you start the singing class, the vocal class? When did you first start?
I think it was 2022, maybe in the end. Yeah, because like after we released Touch, due to my mental health, we make a break like 1 year. So I didn't release anything except like to separate like different versions of Touch. And I started to do vocal classes in the end of 2022. And 2023 we released Bleed For Me.
Okay, your second single.
My
right?
second single.
Bleed For Me. Okay. You wrote it too, Bleed For Me?
Yeah, but I will put remark. Joseph also helped me there. I mean, but that's the beauty of it, because you have a team. You have like your team who support you. And I think that's also very important in my journey, actually.
Okay, talking about healing journey, I think my point of view that being human is so special, as we are like forced to be able to feel all the emotions, when sometimes it's overwhelming for us, but when you can flow, overcome all the emotions, be able to feel all kinds of feelings, that's the master level of being human.
Exactly.
In my point of view. So what do you think about our specialties to feel all the emotions? And we have to, because in my point of view, the only way out is through like all that feelings that we feel. It's just, it's just there. Sometimes it's just flowing through us.
Exactly. You cannot avoid it.
Yeah,
it's just
you cannot
like,
avoid it.
It's just like something you have to work with, basically. It's like many people, like what they see, they like, I want to be happy all the time. I want to just feel like, as I say, rainbow and unicorns. But in reality, as us, human, we created that way, right? It's like we have good emotions, we have like negative emotions. It's not, there is not good actually and not bad. It's just like everything is already complete package. You cannot take one emotion out and say, oh, it's a bad emotion. No, it's just wrong saying. But the thing is, like, the beauty of, I think, us as a human, right, is like when you can deal with every emotion that you have. Because even if you have negative emotion, it also brings something to your life, right? It's like, I don't know, I cannot, like, for example, it's like lay on the beach like for 1 week and do nothing. There is like still and nothing to do. I would get bored. With emotions is the same thing. When you like feel only like one, let's say, like level of emotion, you will get bored, and it's like you will create the negative emotion you know. So
I think that's the art of being human, right?
Exactly.
When we can feel all the emotions, we can overcome, we can harness those emotions to create some arts like music or movies.
Absolutely.
And sometimes we need that suffering to grow our consciousness, right?
Because you know, like, negative emotions, like hurtful emotions, especially when we feel like, oh, we, like, our heart is broke, you know, we're suffering, it give us like experience. So it's like, you know, we're getting knowledge, like what we have to avoid, like what kind of situation to not get hurt again. It's unavoidable, like in general, actually, but we're just not doing the same mistake twice, right, anymore. In the perfect world.
Because basically life is all about learning, right? Yeah, including all those kind of emotions. Okay, next, your healing anthem. Your first healing anthem is The Blaze Territory. The Blaze are a Paris-based ambient electronic dance music duo consisting of two cousins. Territory was released on 2017. So what's the your reason behind choosing this as your first healing anthem?
I would say, first of all, I recommend everybody watch it on YouTube, because it's not only about the sound, it's also about the visual they create, because that's actually like very connected to our podcast today, because the music video and the sound together, it's about the feeling. And when you watch the video and you listening the music, you experience specter of emotions. It's like really like you feel the story. You're not watching it, like you feel it. And that's like The Blaze is like one of the favorite like artists for me, because each and every music and music video, they give you this beautiful sense, you know, of like emotions. And it's like for me it heals, it makes me feel calm.
Okay, sometimes it stimulates, listening to music that resonate to you, kind of stimulate your trapped emotion that need to be released. Sometimes
it's actually it's like it's the video and the music, when you listen to it, you can either cry, which is good because you release like all of your negativity, or it can make you happy also.
When did the last time you cried?
Not long time ago, actually, right before my release.
Really?
Because
like a week ago?
Yeah, because it's like overload with everything, you know, and it's very hard because not always everything goes as a plan. And I was overloaded with my emotions, was good, like positive emotion, then it was like sadness, and I was just like, I cannot, and I was like crying like a baby. But
so it's mixed emotions.
Exactly, like, and I didn't have the time, you know, to work it through, like understand like each way, like okay, this is this, and it's like I was just like, okay, easier to just cry, so I start to cry.
Yeah, I think so. Crying is like the fastest and the most effective way to heal yourself.
Absolutely.
Especially from the mixed emotions that you cannot
recognize.
define it very clearly. You cannot maybe identify it. Just cry. After that, you feel relief, right?
Yeah. At least the peak of this like negative emotions will gone. So afterwards it doesn't mean that okay, the problem is solved, but you have time to identify the rest,
Yeah.
like, so
Okay.
cries. Don't be afraid to cry. Just cry if you feel like it.
It's okay to cry.
Absolutely.
Next healing anthem is Ladies and Gentlemen, We Are Floating in Space by Spiritualized. Can you tell us about this?
Actually, this song, it's more like connected to sadness for me. Because this song is, if you know, like I have 2 dogs.
Yeah.
And one of them just like passed away in March.
Okay.
So, and it's like, I was like feeling so much grief.
So sorry to hear that.
It's okay, but thank you. He's in my heart. So yeah, and it's like this song helps me to like really heal it, to just like again make me cry.
Okay.
So it's like I cried all out, and it's give me this sense of peace. The grief is like, because grief, it's a very difficult process.
Yeah.
It's like it's a long process, and it's like you have to like emotion by emotion by emotion. Then it's like all of the stages,
layer by layer by layer of grieving.
It's like an onion, actually.
Yeah, exactly.
So this song is like really helped me to like connect with my sad part of personality, because in the end of the day, it was not only about my dog. It's like a really dig deep, like while like listening this song, and it was like incredible. But on the daily basis, I will tell you, like honestly, if I listen this song, I will instantly get sad.
Okay.
So that's why it's like this song only for special occasions.
So you cannot listen to this song like every day, every time, because it can stimulate your tears.
Exactly. Even like sometimes if we go like for a work occasions or something with Joseph, he loved the song, really. And he like played in the car, and I'm like, turn it off because I'm gonna cry. Not now. But
I have full makeup on my face. I need to work.
Exactly.
Okay.
And it's like, yeah, but it's a perfect song to cry.
Okay.
Because if compared to The Blaze, the first one, it still can give you like this sense of like happy emotions, like a good positive emotions. This song for me, no.
Total sadness.
Total sadness.
Yeah. It's nice to have a song that can, help you to proceed the grief.
Yeah.
Because I know that grieving is a long process, and you really need to have that patient to calm yourself and to proceed that hard emotion
with every stage of it.
Yeah. For your information, ladies and gentlemen, we are floating in space by Spiritualized. Spiritualized is an English rock band formed in 1990, and the song was released on 1997. Okay, and where's your favorite healing space?
Lombok.
Lombok. Okay.
It's actually Taj. We got the idea for the music video in Lombok. And surprisingly, this place become for me very like it's my healing spot, really.
Okay.
Because if I wanna connect to myself, if I'm in very big disturbance, and I wanna reconnect, I'm going to Lombok.
Okay.
It's very peaceful there. And like it's silent treatment, really. Like I can go alone, just be there for a few days absolutely alone and doesn't even speak. Okay. And because it's just the space around you. You go to the beach, you look at the, like water, waves and stuff like that. It makes me so peaceful.
Did you feel scary because of you're alone?
No.
Oh, nice.
No, I don't feel scared in Indonesia nowhere, actually. That's a good thing. I feel completely safe.
Oh, you're very welcome here in Indonesia.
Yeah, people we have mutual feelings for each other, I think.
That's nice. So how many times you been to Lombok?
5, I think by now. 4 or 5 times. I just went in June, in the beginning of June, and it was silent treatment.
Silent treatment for how many days?
3, I think. 3 days.
3 days? You can have no conversation and only yourself in 3 days? Really?
Easy. Ask Joseph. Sometimes I don't respond for a week. I can stay home. It's makes people wondering, that's crazy actually about me, because I'm okay, especially in Indonesia when you have Go Food, Grab food and deliveries, services. And it's I can just order food, eat at home. I don't need to go anywhere. It's I really, I can stay in my apartment for a week and I'm good.
Wow.
Really. I don't feel lonely.
Even feel better.
Exactly, right? It's for me, that's the thing.
So what's your favorite healing activity?
Gym again. Doing gym, because it's the most effective for me, I think. It's something, and I don't like to exercise in a group. Actually, I need to do it by myself alone, so I can focus. Because when you, for example, you're doing squats, you not only focus on the exercise itself, you also have thoughts. You still can think during the process. So it's for me, it's you're doing 2 things. You're doing good for your physical body and for your mind, because it's you can collect your thoughts while you're doing squats.
Okay. So you choose to do the exercise alone.
Yes.
Yeah, it heals you and you do it alone.
Yeah.
Okay, me too. Your next healing anthem, Bad Dream by Cannons, an American indie pop band formed in 2013 in Los Angeles. And Bad Dream was released under the album Fever Dream on 2021. Just tell me about this.
A big fan of them, really. But this, the Bad Dream, it's more romantic.
More romantic, yeah.
It's give you this more romantic vibe, and it's create those feelings loving, kind of, I don't know, it's for me, it's this song makes me don't feel lonely, but I don't know how to explain, because this song is not about love. Actually, it's if you watch their music video, it's about an obsessed fan. So it's I don't know why it's connected to me to love and romance feeling, but that's how I see it actually. So it gave me this sense of I don't know, warm inside, and it heals me from the point of I'm not alone. Kind of feeling, because as much as I love to be alone, but being alone by choice and being lonely, it's 2 different things. And I think people feel lonely sometimes. And in music, you actually can find this sense to not be alone, not to be lonely actually. And Bad Dream by Cannons, that's it for me.
Have you ever felt lonely?
Yeah, many times actually.
Okay.
Many times. And it's for me, it's lonely more because my family is far. And I have friends, good friends and everything, but sometimes you think, yeah, people have their own life. It's it's not that you can just barge into somebody's life and say hello, help me, I'm lonely. No, but it's like sometimes I felt like desperate and lonely.
But do you frequently talk to your family? Maybe your mom or
If you talk,
the other member? Which member that very close to you?
I
the family?
actually speak like mostly only with my mom, but it's not really often. We speak about like once a week.
Okay.
My mom is like 70 years old, so for her, like phone and do video call, it's still like a quest, you know.
It's a challenge.
It's
for
a
her.
challenge,
Okay.
exactly. So yeah, it's like when I have time, when I'm at home and everything, we can do like FaceTime or something, you know. But usually she just like text me, "Are you alive?" I'm like, "I'm alive." She's like, "I love you. Take care," you know.
Are you the firstborn child?
Yeah, and the only child.
Wow.
My
So
mom.
how does it feel to be the only child?
Wonderful, because my mom gave a birth to me when she was 42.
Okay.
And you can imagine like woman, like the only child, 42 years old, she adores me. In the point where it's like this love started choking you, you know. But in the good way, I'm not complaining. Yeah, I love my mom so much. But it's like, I think that's actually back to our previous conversation. How is my mom let me go at 15 years old?
Her only child, when she loves you, she adores you so much, but she letting you to
Go to
travel
China.
around the world.
Yeah. But yeah.
That's nice. I mean, that's brave.
Yeah. My mom have her own reasons, I think, for that, because it's like parents always want the best for their children, you know. They want like them to do more than they done themselves. And I think for my mom that was the case.
But she was letting you to
my
fly.
dreams.
Yeah. Okay. And your next Healing Anthem also by Cannons.
Yeah.
Loving You. Taken from the album Heartbeat Highway on 2023. So it's new single, actually.
Very new.
Not newest, but
I
yeah,
think.
still new
Yeah.
because it was released last year, right?
And also love the song because of the music video, actually, because the music video also give you specific emotions. And I really love those musicians who not only creating the vibe by the sound, but they also put effort like in visualizing, and they feed people with emotions. And like Loving You have a amazing, beautiful like vibe, and it's give you the most positive emotions. And it's actually for women, if they listen to it or they watch the music video, it's give you this sense of like you feel like yourself more even beautiful, you know.
Oh, really? I have to watch it.
Watch it. It's like
Loving
really,
You. Okay.
I'm like super recommend, because even the main vocalist, she's a very beautiful woman who does not afraid to express herself the way she want to express herself.
Okay.
And
so she
that's
inspired you.
absolutely. I'm actually very inspired of them. Every song I write is like I'm like thinking of them, you know. Not trying to copy it obviously, but like at least like learn some tips from them.
Okay.
And like Loving You, it's like love to dance to it. It's just like put in my apartment, it's like cleaning my apartment and I'm like dancing, you know.
Oh, you love to dance too?
I do, but only in my apartment while I'm cleaning.
Okay.
I don't think we will see me very soon in my music video dancing, you know.
Because it heals a lot for me to
yeah?
dance.
Okay.
It's like cleansing my aura and cleansing my negative emotions.
It's true.
Work
Do
best
you have
on
like
me.
any like specific dance, or it's like
No, it's
just vibing
cosmic dance.
Oh,
you know?
okay.
I call it cosmic dance.
I have like something the same actually, you know, but I
Yeah.
call it like octopus dance.
Yeah. Me too. I like it too. Because when you move your hands,
Exactly.
your like so-called tentacles, maybe
Yeah.
can heals like flowing all the energy.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah, so it flows, not being trapped
Stuck,
inside
it's
and
give
hurt.
you the sense of more like free and open.
Okay.
that.
So what would be the schedule for your next video clip? Music video?
We decided to not make like a music video for for
Full for love?
Yeah.
Really?
We decided to not go with
Okay.
music video, but people can expect EP.
Oh,
Like this year.
nice. Okay.
I know I've been promising it like for last 2 years, and I feel so embarrassed by that, but
Mhm.
we finally like getting there, so it's gonna happen like this year.
Okay. So, is there any challenges you've experienced at work and social today?
I think only the busy schedule, because it's difficult to balance. You know, if we think about our life, there is like a circle and there is many things like social life, work,
Yeah.
like friends, family, like this and that. And my circle is like 85% full, like filled with work now.
Okay.
So my sense of like social life is very lacking. And that's difficult for me. Even like I'm very introverted person, but it's like I would love to reach out to people, you know, like spend time with my friends. But
Okay.
work is work. But I love what I do, don't get me wrong. But it's just like you want, like, you know.
You have to prioritize.
Yeah.
Because you still need your me time, right? To heal
Absolutely.
yourself completely after your daily routines.
Otherwise, you will get nuts, overload with emotions, and when you constantly stress, your mind becoming like very fragile, because you cannot like, you know, overcome it. Like it's not instant moment. And if you like too fragile and you don't have enough time to process like previous like emotions, you will explode. And it's not gonna do good for you.
I hope everyone, especially Gen Z, can listen to this because that's all we need to proceed all the emotions that we have during the day. We need our me time
Absolutely.
to be silent, to enjoy the silence.
Yeah, and just to have like our own space. It can be like a room, for example, or like for everybody it's different. Just choose your safe space and like just be in silence like for a moment, or like just like as long as you want. Don't rush yourself into anything. Like process your feeling instantly. Like it's not gonna bring any good for anybody actually. Just accept it, accept every emotion you have, and don't think it's like things gonna stay like this forever. No, emotion is just like actually it's just a second basically.
Yeah.
But it's the aftertaste can stay long. And actually negative emotions, as we talked previously, they trigger anxiety. And if the person is anxious, it's gonna take a moment. So just take the moment to calm yourself again.
Don't react.
Don't react. Don't. If you want to respond like in a negative way, or like you want like scream at somebody, for example, or like you just take a
creates
breath.
problems.
Exactly. Just like take a breath and it's like give yourself minute or two and like let it go. It's gonna
Allow
be
yourself to completely feel it
fine. Absolutely.
and proceed it. Okay.
Don't rush and don't tell yourself I don't feel it. We feel everything. Don't lock it up. It's gonna be more problems in the end.
Keep your heart open.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And listen to your healing anthem. Your next healing anthem, right, Taste, from the album Blood on 2018. So what's the story behind this
like,
song?
Really, I love all of those artists. It's like I cannot even say who I love more and which song is like mean more than other for me. But yeah, Taste is also I think it's for women. It's more like more their music actually, because for me it's increasing my self-worth. you know, because it's give me the sense of like feminine vibe.
Yeah.
It's like brings like this also like warm feelings. It's like loving feelings. Just like
It's like soothing.
yeah. It just like really, I don't know how to even explain this. It's just like your soul feels so good, you know.
Okay.
It's just like you sometimes you don't need to even explain.
It's like nourishing your soul.
Exactly. And it's like makes my brain like completely free, you know, from everything. Like my thoughts is just gone. It's like I really love to listen this song in the morning. Actually, a lot of people would say, yeah, for this song is better like if you take a bath, you know, like with the candles, like you also have like tea, listen to the song. For me in the morning, why? Because it's like sets me like in a good vibe for whole day, you know.
Okay, nice. It's a recommendation how to listen to Taste by Rai in Maiya version. Next, Healing Anthem, Sade, Kiss of Life. A bit classic now. This song was released on 1993 by English band Sade. You also cover this song.
Yeah, just recently actually.
Can you sing to us a bit?
No.
There must be.
There
must have been an angel by my side. You sang it very beautifully and, you know, very sexy.
Oh, thank you.
I can see it on your post.
Oh, thank you. Big fan also. I mean, I don't think it's like there is much to say because it's legendary. I mean, it's iconic. So, but this song, it's just like literally you can listen like every day. It's I don't know, it just like makes you feel so good. And there is also, she have a song, King of Sorrow. That song, it's like also the music video, if you watch, it's songs about like how difficult is life, right? And when you watch it and you listen to it, it's give you spirit to go, you know.
Okay.
And Kiss of Life have the same effect for me. Those two songs is like works for me the same.
So that's why you choose to cover that song,
Absolutely,
Kiss of Life.
I love it. I love it. And even like because I love this song, it's give me so much enjoyment like to cover it. Because I was like very happy like how to make the concept and how to dress and like what style we're gonna sing it and everything. And now I think this song is gonna be like every day on repeat on my part.
And it heals you.
Heals me, exactly. It's like I had like a full therapy by recording the cover, you know.
Okay, so how long did you record it?
It was quite fast actually. We make like a music arrangement, I think like 1-2 days.
Okay.
And then we just like prepare the concept and like we record it.
Okay, nice. And I heard that you had an interview with serial killer.
Oh yeah.
As your school's final assessment. So tell me about it. When was it? When you were 14?
No. I actually have a graduation in Russia, but I study like.
So after you travel around the world, China, Europe, and Malaysia, you went back to Russia?
No, actually, like I study like online.
I see.
Yeah, because it's like in Russia there is like option for that. So you have like everyday attendance, and you have like you know, online education. But there is no difference, you know, basically. So yeah, like when I was 18, already turned 18, I went to Russia. I studied for criminal psychology.
Oh, why did you choose that for the study?
I don't know, because like my first like education, like from 16 to 18, I studied in college actually, and I'm a lawyer, criminal lawyer.
Wow. So, okay.
Yeah, so criminal psychology, it was more like a add-on and it was not planned. I just like went to see what kind of like profession they have and faculty and everything. They just like, we have a new faculty, because I'm not from the big city. We don't have like many options of education, and they have like, we have like a new faculty. And I was like, okay, what is this? And they're like, yeah, this is like criminal psychology. They explain like very basic. I was like, okay. And they're like, do you want to make a test for it? Because you need to do the test, but not test of like knowledge. It's a psychological test, actually.
Okay.
So I did it, and then like, I think maybe like in a month or almost a month, they called me. And they say, you got accepted. And I didn't really...
And you surprised?
Yeah, because...
Unexpected?
I wasn't planning to study, actually. But my mom said, like, you already got accepted.
Yeah. You had that opportunity.
Yes. So the first day when I went to, like, the college, I didn't even know what to expect. And they show us like really a horror movie, like horror movie about like the most like baddest people in the world. And like many people is like, we don't want to study this. And they just left. So I study, and like my uncle, he working like as a police officer before. So he got me the assessment like for my final exam and everything in his unit. It's a crime unit. It's like mostly like, these horrible things. And the person who I interview, he's not a serial killer. Actually, I think he have a hyperfixation on an idea. So it's like he really believed that one woman, she was like poisoning people, which is not true. It just was his hyperfixation, which is like person wasn't like mentally okay. And that's supposed to be my job as a criminal psychologist,
to dig deeper about the motives behind.
Yeah, and also like collect the evidence and analyze, make the profile from like the crime scene and like what information we know and everything. And of course, when you already have the suspect, it's like your business to interview also. But it wasn't like really like nothing like really interesting about this, because it's like hyperfixation, and the person is just like he need help basically.
He need to find a therapist. Maybe.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like I don't want to like say he's a good guy or whatever. Don't get me wrong, but it's just like he needs specialist. And after all, there was a court. He got his sentence and he got the help he needed. But it would be nicer if he get it, like,
And how's the energy when you met him, the very complicated person,
and they usually
with a complicated case?
But they usually like very confused, because for him, he does not understand that he did the bad thing. Because hyperfixation is something that like he think I'm the good guy.
Okay.
She was like poisoning people, and it's like she was like doing the harm. I try to save the world, so it's a delusional like mindset, and anything you say, it's not really like would work. And I'm not sure, like I cannot say 100% if he had like schizophrenia or some type of other diagnosis like that. But it's weird, because you understand that this person just did horrible crime. And you talk to him, but you talk to him like a normal person, because you cannot press him or anything, obviously. You have to be nice also to understand his motives. Figure it out, what kind of person he is, what kind of habits he have.
Without judgment.
Without judgment,
because you have to know the truth in him.
Yeah,
Everybody has their own truth, right?
absolutely. He have rights to speak his point also.
Yeah.
Even let's say he is not in the right state of mind. It does not cancel his, like ability and right to speak, for himself.
Okay, that's quite good experience to,
Yeah.
it's. I think there's no many people can have that kind of experience,
To be honest,
and you had it, and
thank you. Yeah, I think it's like if one day like suddenly like something changed in my mind, I will go back to Russia and work as a law enforcement.
really,
Because seriously, it's like music is my passion, right? Like passion. But being a law enforcement officer is also my passion.
okay,
I don't know, but like when I study for it, I thought, no, that's not my thing. And suddenly at 28 years old, I realized that, no, I actually like it. I want it for my career.
wow. So just wait and see, Maiya Deviatkova,
No, let's hope it's
a
not
singer
happening.
slash crime lawyer.
Yeah.
What do you call it?
A criminal lawyer.
Criminal lawyer. That's
Criminal psychologist.
very,
profiler.
different.
Yeah, it's like two opposite things.
Yeah, two opposite things. So what's your favorite healing quote?
Quote. I think it's like by my grandma actually. She always said like as long as you live, you have to overcome everything and continue living. The meaning is like it's just a translation from Russian. Yeah, it's like in Russian it sounds a bit like differently, but what the meaning of it, it's like doesn't matter how hard is life, because my grandma and my grandfather, like they live very difficult life. Like they went like through war, they lost each other for many years. And my grandma, she was the most positive woman ever. Seriously, she was like super positive.
Okay.
And she lived like, she died like when she was 98.
Wow.
Yeah, she lived like very long life.
Yeah.
Until the day she died, she always say, you have to like live, overcome everything, doesn't matter how bad is it. And you just continue live. And it's
and
like,
it gave you like strength to travel around the world.
yeah, it's like, and now for me, this is just like stuck with me, seriously. It's like any trouble I have, I always like remember her words. Because it's like, seriously, it's like, give you this power is like, doesn't matter how big is the problem, but you still have more power to overcome it, really. And it's like, you have the power to move forward.
And can you tell me in Russia what your grandma told you? I just because in my point of view, like every language is beautiful, and I want to know when you speak Russia. I haven't heard before.
My Russian is gonna be okay. Нужно жить, все пережить и дальше жить.
Choose your beach. Is it your first language, Russian?
No, actually Deutsch. I actually, my mother language is Deutsch. I speak German.
Okay.
Because both of my parents are German, actually.
Oh, so you speak German better than...
Currently, no. But actually, I don't speak good either like Deutsch or Russian.
Okay.
So I became like this person who is, what is it called? Bilingual?
Yeah, bilingual.
Yeah, it's me.
It's like, but you speak English very well, so I think it's your main language.
Yeah, currently, because mostly I speak English like through the day. I mean, I speak Bahasa.
Iya, what about bahasa Indonesia, Maiya?
But I'm
Coba
like,
dong cerita dong pakai bahasa Indonesia supaya aku nggak usah mikir. Tapi kamu kalau aku ngomong bahasa Indonesia kamu ngerti ya?
Ngerti, tapi saya masih belajar.
Oh, itu bagus bahasa Indonesia.
Shy. Yeah, because it's like if people speak English, I will like speak English. But of course, it's like if like delivery or like Shopee, they call me. It's like package. I'm like titip di receptionist.
Oh gitu. Paket,
Yeah.
the receptionist.
Yeah, it's like sesuai aplikasi.
Sesuai aplikasi. Yeah, they got it.
I mean, it's like in my Instagram, I post something in Bahasa sometimes. But yeah,
okay.
like the main language is English for me.
Okay, cool. Your next healing anthem, Left Outside Alone by Anastasia Lynn Newkirk, American singer-songwriter, and the song was released around 2004.
Yeah, I went to school that year.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I went to college. 2004. Yeah, me and Maya, yeah, we have age difference, like 10 years old. But we feel like
look the
twins,
same.
right?
We look like the same age, actually, you know.
Amen.
Still beautiful.
Oh, so touching.
So about this one
Yeah.
is actually, you have to really hear it because she is an artist, makes the typhoon of emotions in you. And it's also sad, especially for people who are like brokenhearted. It's such a great, song to relieve all your negative, like broken heart emotions. Really, because she's singing about like left outside alone, and if you feel lonely or something, it's like good song to cry. And her voice is like really high. She can sing like really high, and usually those high notes, they touch the deepest like points of our soul. It's like they will get you really, and it's like you just listen to it, it's makes you really cry. But it's like you can scream actually also. It's you can use it for a screaming therapy, but make sure your neighbors are not against that. Don't disturb other people.
That's why you call it like typhoon of emotions.
It's like you scream to it, you're gonna be good.
Okay, your last healing anthem, RSAC and Ella. NBA. I don't know how
this
to say
one,
it.
This one is a Russian one.
Yeah, Russian music.
Yeah,
right?
that's right. RCAC.
RSAC, right? And Ella.
Yeah.
And the title?
NBA. Yeah, that's all.
Oh, really?
There is like, they have the Russian like also Не мешай is the title. But for English, like for people who want to listen in English, it's NBA.
Okay.
Yeah.
The English title is NBA.
Yeah, because I don't think they can translate the Russian one.
Yeah, I know. I don't even I can't even type it.
Yeah, because the alphabet is different. No, it's confusing even for me.
But you can type it. When you send the
message. Yeah. I can type, but Russian language have like so many rules.
Oh,
so I cannot say I'm the most perfectly like grammatic person.
And why do you choose this?
Oh, this one is like I think for like younger people than me, let's say like this 20s. Oh, it's a cool song. It's a cool song. Why? Because it's like you can dance to it, you can sing to it, and it's like also give you this like how to say it, like ways to like get your emotions out. You don't even need to like speak Russian to sing this song.
Okay.
Because Joseph Saryev can sing this song, and he's Indonesian, and he does not speak any Russian, So it's just like everybody loved the song, and when I show it to my friends, Indonesian friends, now everybody listen to it, and everybody love it, and it's like gives you this sense of fun.
Okay, wow! Thank you for the recommendations.
Welcome.
And I think you have like eight healing anthem. So maybe you can be inspired with this healing anthem by Maiya Deviatkova. It's kind of a recommendations for you to have very specific songs that can stimulate your
Your
emotions. So there's no trapped emotion anymore, hopefully.
Yeah, don't block it.
Yeah,
Let
don't
it
block it.
all out.
Let it all out. Okay.
And one more thing important I want to say, sometimes I feel that we don't want to bring our problems to other people. And we're trying to say, yeah, we're going to process this feelings like by ourselves. But as us human being, we created one human being need the other human being. We need each other because we are social. So like don't be afraid to come to your friend and like talk with somebody about your emotions, about something that bothers you, if it helps you to get this like emotional release. Don't block it, because sometimes we're saying we process it, but actually we closing it from like the world, and we shouldn't do that.
And it can explode.
Exactly. It's
And it's like ticking bomb if we don't proceed it.
Exactly. It's just like not gonna bring any good to anybody. Just like don't be afraid to express any type of emotions you have, because every emotion that we experience, it's normal. Absolutely normal.
Okay. Have your own space to express all the emotions.
Yes.
Maybe by writing, by singing, or type in the notes of your phone, on your phone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even in psychotherapy, psychological therapy.
Psychologist,
Psychologist,
going to the professional.
They recommend to have a diary, so you can write like about each and every day what kind of emotions you had, like what kind of trouble, challenges, whatever. It helps really.
Like journaling every day.
Journaling, exactly.
You still do your journal every day?
Not much, but from time to time I trying to at least do it like twice, like a week. Because now it's like, as I said, like I don't have this anymore, like jumping situation.
Okay.
No, it's like I'm already like
you're
very
more
good
stable
and
now.
Stable, yes. So feels good, and I'm not like sad as often I used to be before.
Yeah, very good to hear that, Maiya. And next, who's your favorite person in the world?
My favorite person is my mom, of course. I think
your biggest inspiration.
Yeah,
and maybe you have anything else to say to the youth generation in Indonesia, Russia, or all over the world?
I would say only like one thing, which I think is very important. Is like don't afraid to ask for help if you feel that you need it. There is nothing to be embarrassed of, really. There is like, trust me, is like if you feel that you're not okay, you're not okay, and that's okay, really, because it's like as much more you're trying to hold on and thinking that there is no problem, the problem becoming even bigger. So if you feel like you need help, just like ask for it, really. Don't be ashamed of anything.
Okay. Well, I thought you are included in Gen Z, Z generation, but you were born in 1996. I think it's still millennials.
Yeah, millennial.
Yeah. So what do you think about the label that we put, that many people put on Gen Z, that they are overthinking, they're over dramatizing?
I don't know. I haven't like really met like my like face to face kind of situation, but that's only like what I heard. But I think there is some truth to it, like not in the way that they're over dramatic, but I think they born right in time when it's like start to be this, people start to care about their mental health.
Yeah.
And they grow up exactly on the peak when it's like became like so many psychologists, so many like even if you open Instagram, just like and it's like there is everybody trying to like you should do this, you will feel better, this and that. There is so much not truth to it, and there is some truth to it. So I don't think they're like over dramatic overall, but it's just like maybe we see it that way. I don't know how to
it's
explain.
just maybe we are over judgmental about them.
Maybe we just not care about our mental health
Yeah,
enough. No, I'm kidding. No, I don't think that. I don't think that.
But I am happy that the youth generation already aware of the mental health issues, that they self-diagnose
Oh,
themselves.
that's the wrong thing.
That's the wrong thing. But at least they know it's something wrong.
Yeah.
This feeling is not good. We can. They try to identify the feeling. It is not the feeling that they consider it as normal. They maybe it kind of challenges for them. They can cope up with their works, and they need to do something with themselves
Because
to release it.
I think, first of all, diagnosis, don't do that. It's like you will just even more confused to yourself. Nobody can diagnose you except like specialist and person who have like education for that and give help to people. Like you cannot do that. And another thing also, it's maybe that because the time change also, it's like they're not like, they like just grow up, the world is open, but our society also changing all the time. So, and they kind of like grow up in time when it's like a lot of like psychologists and stuff, and they still not accept like their own feelings for 100%. So sometimes like people feels like, there is something wrong with me or something, but it's just like maybe it's a normal thing. But if you feel that you are not okay, you should ask for help. Nothing wrong with that.
Okay. And last but not least, tell us about your new single or new EP or other creations that you prepare for us.
There is like only Full for Love, 2 versions.
Yay.
It's like also like Full for Love, we have the original song and also a remixed song by Hogi.
Wow, nice.
It's like I love
already available in Spotify? Okay.
On Spotify,
All music streaming.
all streaming like music streaming platform. And me, honestly, I love the remix with Hogi because it's perfect song.
Yay.
Like to dance to it, it's like if you go like lay by the pool, you play it, you get an amazing vibe, really.
Okay.
Full for Love, the original song, it's also beautiful, don't get me wrong, but it's more like a serious vibe, I think.
Okay, wow. Congrats, Maiya, for the new release of Full for Love. And thank you so much.
Thank you very
for
much.
being here.
Thank you for inviting.
Our podcast Anthem, Andari and the Theater of the Mind. And thank you so much for spending time here, in the middle of your tight schedule.
For like you, beautiful, I always will find time. Thank you so much for inviting me. It was such an honor to have this podcast with you.
Thank you. All the best for your wonderful journey, your healing journey, and also your creating journey, your singing journey.
Thank you.
And your maybe next or upcoming
EP.
When will it release?
That's why like I want to say, but I don't want to say because already
this
promised.
year?
Yeah, this year.
Wow.
Hopefully soon.
Okay, and hope we can have another time to have a beautiful conversation about this mental health. Maybe you can be the mental health influencer too, because your healing journey is so wonderful, and you can now overcome your overwhelmed feelings, your heaviness about anxiety and so on. I think you can.
Maybe. But I just like
because I think youth generation need it,
Yeah, but I'm too afraid to interfere with it too much actually, because mental health is a very serious, sphere. It's like it's like so many people, they like kind of offer a solution which I don't see as a solution. It's such a solution.
Okay,
And it's like people just place like other people emotions. That's why I don't really want to do that.
Maybe
But-
you just can share your journey.
Yeah, like sharing for me, sharing, yes, but like interfering is like with other people mental health, I don't want, because
Everybody has their own journey.
exactly. But I can share my journey in my Instagram. Why not?
Yay, oke, thank you so much Maiya.
Thank you.
Yeah, and buat kamu yang mau komen jangan ditahan-tahan ya, langsung aja tulis di kolom komen dan sharing juga dong seputar healing journey plus healing anthem kamu di kolom komen ini, atau bisa juga email ke anthemtheaterofthemind@gmail.com. Mayanya pamit, jangan lupa follow Maiya ya di Instagram @Maiya_Deviatkova. Andari juga pamit. See you again on the next episode of Anthem, Andari and the Theater of the Mind. Bye.